morning. My name is Charlie Cross. I'm the Vice President of the University, Vice President of Business and Finance at USF, and I oversee the athletic department. Welcome to a new era for the University of San Francisco athletic program under new, innovative, and exciting leadership. USF has a proud history of athletic accomplishments, and I'm confident the program is on the right track to success and will build strong community. Most importantly, we're building a program that will graduate student athletes who will be successful alums and leaders that will make us proud. We have a great group of coaches, most of here today, and now we have a great athletic director. I'd like to recognize a number of people here today. Certainly Father Prevet, President of the University. Looking around the room, we have a number of trustees, VPs, deans, Dean Jeff Brand, Dave McMillan, VP of Communications, Jenny Turpin, Provost, Father Mario Prieto, Trustee, Joe Bonacore, Trustee, Phyllis Bonacore, Chair of the Green and Gold Committee, Dick and Barbara Bekele, Dick's Trustee, and Father Lo Schiavo, current Chancellor, past President of the University, and I'm probably missing someone else, I apologize. Early last fall, I was faced with a vacancy in the athletic director role, a poor time, I thought, to begin looking for a new AD. I was lucky enough to have a person able and willing to step up and fill the role of interim AD, a job he's done extraordinarily well during the last 9 months. Please join me in thanking Dr. Gary Nelson Gary did a great job bringing together the department, the academic community, and most importantly, the alumni community. So Gary, my sincere appreciation. Gary was assisted by a transition team of Professor Jeremy Howell and Liz Miles. Thank you all. I wanted to take my time in searching for a new athletic director, and I wanted to include the right people in assisting me with the search. The committee needed to be representative of the entire community, people that are respected among their peer groups, and people that I respect. I asked a good friend and colleague to chair the search committee, and I want to thank Dean Jeff Brand in doing such a wonderful job. Please join me in thanking him. Glenn Sugiyama and his associates from DHR International assisted the committee in the search. I spent a tremendous amount of time with Glenn over the last few months, traveling around the country. I've never met a person better connected in college sports than Glenn. Thanks a lot, Glenn. Please stand up. Jeff.
Thanks, Charlie. This is a fantastic turnout, and I can't tell you how excited we are, Scott, to be welcoming you as our new athletic director. I will let others speak to Scott's great track record and vast experience. I do want to just spend a moment talking about the search process, which I was honored to be selected to lead. And I think if I had to boil it down to 4 things that we were interested in, number one, we wanted a candidate to understand that this is a huge and a great opportunity to lead a great program with a great athletic tradition. Secondly, as Charlie mentioned, we wanted the search to be representative of all constituencies in the community. Third, we wanted the best candidate out there. And we wanted the search to be exhaustive, and we wanted it to be national in scope. And finally, we wanted a candidate that understands the values of this great university, that it's about winning on the court and on the field, but it's also about academic excellence in the classroom and an ethic of service to others. So that was the charge with which we went into this. And I believe that we've succeeded in getting Scott here from Syracuse. We're so proud of that, and I just want to thank our committee. I want to thank the alums, Dick Salfeld, former trustee, and Jack Boland, who gave up a lot of time to engage in the search process. Our coaches, and what a core group we have. Rex Walters, men's basketball, Jennifer Azy, Eric Visser, for years being such an important part of the USF coaching community. And of course, Gary being wearing multiple hats of being a dentist, an NC2A, winning golf coach, and also the interim AD who did such a great job. Faculty representative Jeremy Howell, who's also our NC2A athletic representative, and representatives from senior administration, Charlie and myself. And I do want to also single out, as Charlie did, Glenn Sugiyama from DHR International, whose connections and hard work and willingness to let the committee choose really made a difference in the selection process. So we could not be more thrilled. We think in Scott we have a candidate that can breed success and prominence for USF athletics, and most importantly understands that educating the whole student at this great Jesuit university is absolutely essential as we all move forward together. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the president of the university, Father Stephen Prevet.
Thank you, Jeff. I want to underscore the obvious. We are a university, and athletics here is subsumed under our mission of education, that athletics is about learning. It's about learning the knowledge and skills of a chosen major. It's about learning life lessons like teamwork, self-sacrifice, cooperation. It's about learning that knowledge brings responsibility so that our students, our student athletes are out in the community. Yesterday, the volleyball team was serving meals at St. Anthony's Kitchen down in the Tenderloin. And each team has taken on a responsibility to represent the university to the community. And I'm proud to say that at the University of San Francisco, student athlete is not an oxymoron. It is a reality. This is the primary value here. This is a great moment for USF athletics. The caliber of our student athletes, the quality of our coaches, the enthusiastic support of our alumni, our benefactors, and our students. About a month ago, I was just inside that door. There were 1,000 USF students crammed into that gym, screaming to support the men's basketball team. That's the sense of community that athletics can create within a university. That's what we hope for our athletics. The golf team just won the WCC and are on their way to the NCAA playoffs. They'll find out at 3 o'clock today where that's going to be. Baseball is second in the WCC, and basketball had its best league performance since the 1980s. So this is a magical moment for USF athletics. And we are delighted that at this moment, we have the athletic director to lead the program, Scott Sidwell. Scott, as you probably know, comes to us from Tulane, where he lettered in baseball 2 years. Worked at Tulane for a while, and then he was the marketing operation for the New Orleans Saints. Comes to us immediately from Syracuse, where he has been the executive senior associate athletic director. And I'm echoing everything that I've heard across the university when I say that we are delighted to have you here, and I am very happy to be the person who welcomes you to the University of San Francisco.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. It's a great crowd and very exciting to be here. Before I get started with some of my notes, I'd like to introduce to you my team, my family who's here with me today, my lovely wife, Samantha. Now, listen, I want all of you coaches and student athletes and fans to know that sometimes Samantha's not fond of the referees, and she'll be there with you, so she'll be listening, all right? my lovely daughter, Madison. Madison, go ahead and stand up. Madison actually helped me put this together. She's told me a number of times that she wants to be a sports reporter. I don't know why, but she helped me put this together today, so thank you, Maddie. My son, Bo Sidwell. Stand up there, Bo. One of the all-time great gym rats. So Rex and Jenny, you're going to see him around the gym shooting hoop a lot and down on the baseball field, Nino. So glad to have Mr. Bo with me today. And Lily Sidwell. Go ahead, Lily. Stand up. Pretty girl. Good job, baby. I'm thrilled to have this wonderful opportunity to lead the USF athletic department that has such a wonderful tradition and rich history in the magnificent city of San Francisco and in the Bay Area. I am here because of the opportunity provided by the University of San Francisco that completes my journey and dream to be a Division I athletic director. I'm very blessed and grateful for this opportunity. I want the people of the city of San Francisco to know that we will make them proud to call us their team. It is humbling to now carry the torch and continue to build on the tradition of such great names in all of sports, such as Russell, Jones, Cartwright, Rozelle, Madsen, Marchetti, and many, many others. I want all former players to stand up and be proud to say that they're Dons. Can I have any former players that are in the audience please stand up and be recognized? I want all former Dons to know that you are always welcome here and this is your home. I'm honored to lead this department at an institution that has fostered so many great leaders. I applaud in particular those leaders who had the courage to stand up for injustices in our world and make it a better place, as the 1951 football team did some 60 years ago. We are all better for it, so thank you. I pledge, as long as I'm the athletic director, here our tradition will be celebrated and never forgotten. I have some thank yous to get started with. Father Prevette, thank you so much for this great opportunity. A great leader who has built his career on advancing the whole person education, a hallmark of the Jesuit values and something very near and dear to me. Charlie Cross, thank you, Charlie, for your leadership, vision, and patience in searching for a new athletic director. The committee for many thought-provoking questions and passion for the advancement of the athletic department. Glenn Sugiyama and the team at DHR International. And now I'd like to ask Gary and the members of the transition team to please stand up and be congratulated once again for a great year. So Gary, thank you. Some other thank yous for the people that helped me put me in this position to have this opportunity. From Syracuse, Chancellor Nancy Cantor, for her support, leadership, vision, and friendship. To Dr. Darrell Gross, for giving me opportunities to grow, learn, and transform a department through the relentless, aggressive, and competitive drive to be extraordinary. Darrell, we will always be great friends. To the coaches, the staff, and the student athletes who work so hard every day to be champions. To the donors, the fans, and community who welcomed me and my family 5.5 years ago from New Orleans and made a lasting impression on our family. To the people at Tulane University, President Scott Cowan, for his tremendous strength and resolve to restore New Orleans and Tulane University after Hurricane Katrina. To Rick Dixon for getting me into this business, being a mentor, believing in what is right about the business of college athletics. To the colleagues, coaches, and staff, in particular head baseball coach Rick Jones, who started me some 17 years ago as a volunteer assistant baseball coach. To Tom Benson, Mickey Loomis, and the entire New Orleans Saints organization, and to my many, many friends and family in New Orleans. And finally, to all the wonderful people in my life, starting with my mom and dad and brother, watching online today. You help shape my beliefs and passion for my family and my profession. Excuse me, gang, it's a little emotional. I was blessed to be born into a family with a father as a coach. I was very fortunate to have had the opportunities to ride the buses, be on the sidelines, and in the locker rooms my whole life. It made me who I am today. Bob, I watch you work many a time. Now it's your turn to enjoy watching me. Thanks and love to you all. My vision for this athletic department starts with the development of the student athletes who will excel in the classroom, win at the highest levels of competition, engage in the community, and become leaders who will make a difference in the world. We will become the athletic department every member of the West Coast Conference aspires to be, with the vision to win championships, compete in NCAA postseason competition, and provide the experiences of a lifetime for our student athletes. I've competed in NCAA competition as a player, as a coach, and an administrator. And I can tell you that it's the greatest experience in all of sports. That feeling is what we will create for our student athletes. So you student athletes are in the room. Why don't you stand up and be recognized? I think we have a number of our players in the back. We will follow a game plan to create resources that will give our coaching staff the ability to recruit the very best student athletes to represent with pride the University of San Francisco community, our alumni, donors, and fans on the Hilltop and in the Bay Area. We will have the premier facilities in the West Coast Conference. At this time, if I could have the head coaches please stand up and be recognized. Head coaches, you will be the ones that will help shape us and make this vision a reality. So I'm looking forward to working with you all. We must increase our support base of donors, season ticket holders, and corporate partners to transform this department back to national prominence. We will do so by thinking globally, engaging our support base, marketing ourselves to the world at every opportunity, and do so with passion and pride. And finally, to our student athletes, this is our time. Me, this institution, our coaches, everybody in this room, this is our time to take you to the next level. You chose to come here to represent this institution. We will roll up our sleeves, become teammates with you, and put you in a position to win in the classroom, in the arena, and in the world. So get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. I finish with two words that you will hear me say repeatedly in the halls, at the fields, and in the arenas. Go Dons. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Scott. It's going to be a fun time. We have 10 to 15 minutes for questions and answers, and I will. We have a microphone. Ryan has a microphone, so I'll call on you. Ryan will get a microphone to you. So let's start.
Thank you.
Anyone?
Somebody feed a softball up here, will you?
Welcome, Scott. I'm Dave Scully's Faculty School of Business. What's the first thing you're going to do?
First thing I'm going to do is raise the level of support from everybody in this room. All right? So, and it starts with all of you, because I can tell you that it's going to take every one of us, everyone on this campus, everyone in this community, our 100,000 alumni in the Bay Area and beyond. We're in this together, okay? And we're going to need everybody's support. So we appreciate it. Support comes in a lot of different ways. You know, from people being in the stands, people helping us in the community, and obviously, you know, financial assistance along the way. But it's going to take everybody's efforts, and I look forward to meeting everybody and doing that. Thank you.
Larry Ratto?
I think you can hear me without that. First of all, thank you
In
for
the
coming.
back, they might not be able to, Larry.
Thank you for coming and welcome, but I'm just an alumnus and a fan, that's all.
Great.
But
Vocal
we
one.
know why we know about the search, and we know that they picked the right guy, obviously, and your daughter did a very good job of writing your speech for you.
Yes, she did.
But my question for you is, why did you select us? Besides the obvious to becoming an AD, you wanted to become an AD.
You know, I think, you know, we've heard it repeatedly today. The values of this institution, the great energy that's in this room, the great people that are associated. This is a wonderful opportunity for me. And so I thank you for the opportunity. And we really look forward to representing this institution, you know, on a grand scale. And so for me, it was a great opportunity of all the things that I believe in and the things that I believe are right about college athletics. And it's a great time to be a part of it. So for me, it was really about the values of this institution and what we stand for.
Ryan, just right next to you.
All right, coming from Syracuse on the East Coast, a larger school, what experiences and can you take from a larger school and a larger conference and bring it to a small school and a small conference like USF and the WCC?
I think the biggest thing that I can bring from Syracuse is, you know, our ability to put people in a position to be successful. You know, we really value, you know, our head coaches and what they do for the programs. Dr. Darryl Gross has done an amazing job of really surrounding the athletic department with great people. And so from there, it starts with them, and also bringing, you know, to this community a sense of, you know what, we're gonna take it beyond the walls of the university, and we're gonna get out in the city, and we're gonna rally support, and we're gonna get people behind it. Because I can tell you, you know, in a community like Syracuse, where there's, you know, roughly 250,000 people, you know, it can really be an exciting time when your teams are winning, and, you know, people are excited about what's going on in the athletic department. Those very same things can happen here. They have before, and they will again. So for me, you know, it's an opportunity to bring some of those experiences with me along the way. I also saw that, you know, in my time in New Orleans, both at Tulane and with the New Orleans Saints. So I'm excited about bringing that here to San Francisco.
Questions? Ryan?
Well, welcome, Scott. I'm Bob Johnson, and I head up the Basketball Booster Support Group here.
Great.
And I can't tell you how excited I am to have you on board. As soon as I saw your resume, it matched totally with my top 3 priorities. After the basics, which we needed in any great leader, and an understanding of the ethics and values of the University of San Francisco, my first priority was fundraising, second priority was fundraising, and third priority was fundraising and building of significant sponsors. And your background points to that. I can tell you everybody in not only the Basketball Boosters group, but in the boosters groups for the other support teams are all excited about you being on board and just waiting to work with you.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Dick McKelly?
I think Bob pretty much brought up the subject of fundraising. We have lost some support.
Hey, Dick, could you use the microphone so people in the back could hear you?
Sorry, Rick. I don't know if it's worth it to ask this question. Anyhow, Scott, I welcome you as well.
Thanks, Dick.
And your lovely family. Enjoy this beautiful city.
It's always nice to see another catcher. That's good.
Yeah, that man knows. Anyhow, my question to you would be, we have lost some support from some very supportive alumni in the last few years.
Sure.
How do you propose to reintroduce your energy and get these people back on campus and supporting our programs.
Here's my take on Dick and everybody in the room on fundraising and reconnecting, people who might have been lost along the way. It's about people, and it's about people like you and everybody in this room providing me and others in this department and at this institution the opportunity to find out who they are, number one. Sit down with them, talk about our vision, and show them what's right about what we're doing. And so I really count on everybody here to help me reconnect, but not only me, our coaches, our staff, our administration. Let's find out who those people are and let's get them reconnected, because that's one of the very first things we're going to do. Is if you've not been a part of this program for whatever reason, welcome back. It's a new day, and it's time for us to get everybody back on board and take this to another level. That's what this is about. And I talked about the experiences and the opportunity to play in the NCAA postseason competition, whatever tournament it may be. There's nothing better. There's nothing better for the student athletes, the coaches, the fans, the community, and the institution. Well, everybody that's out there, we welcome you back. We're going to wipe the slate clean, and we're going to get people back on board again. So thank you, Dick.
Other questions? Pat Olson, you must have a question. Voice of the Dons. Pat's never short of words.
How you doing, Scott? I'm Pat Olson. I'm the voice of the Dons. I've been the radio broadcaster here for 20 years. Share sort of the, I guess, enthusiasm you have felt kind of about the history of USF and USF athletics.
Well, I would first tell you when I first received the call about the opportunity here, right away, all the great names and the many, many others that I didn't know about, that I had to go online and research. And what a wonderful history and tradition here of fantastic, college athletics. And for me, the opportunity to look at those names, as I mentioned, I'm the son of a coach. My father coached in the NFL for a number of years, so there's some great names there. Certainly all the basketball names and many, many others in all of our sports. So when you have the opportunity to combine tradition, great history, and a current, energy and passion in the athletic department, those are all the ingredients that you need to have to take it to the next level. And we have those here. And so it's our job, all of us in this room, to harness that energy and then move it forward and give our coaches and student athletes all the resources they need to be competitive, in the classroom and on the field. So from that standpoint, right away, the brand of University of San Francisco and University of San Francisco Athletics is a national brand. It goes beyond the city of San Francisco. We represent the people here in the city of San Francisco, but I can tell you we represent them around the country. When I mention it to my many colleagues at Syracuse, to the people that I'm connected with all around the country, they were thrilled at the opportunity for me because of the great brand that we have. So I'm looking forward to supporting that brand even further. It's an honor, I can tell you that, for me to be able to be in charge of making sure that brand moves forward.
Question way in the back.
Hi, Scott. I am Pastor Scott Galbraith of the Jerusalem Church of God in Christ, about 2 blocks up the street. In my days at USC, we had a little GA named Daryl Gross that worked for us. You might know him.
Yes.
Sends his best regards. I spoke to him on Mother's Day. I represent a quorum of black clergy, African-American clergy in the area. And we have properties, and there's a large contingency of us, pastors, that want to be a part of USF's vision for your athletic department. Can you just, in brief detail, how we could get involved or how we can bring our congregations to USF?
I think it first starts with identifying those opportunities for our ambassadors of our athletic department, our student athletes, our coaches, our administration, the donors, alums, and the like, that can reach out to your congregation and congregations, and first and foremost in the community have the opportunity to enhance the lives of the children of your congregations, number one. Show them that they too can be a part of something special. That starts there, and then from there we work through and looked at many different programs of reaching out in the community as well as here on the campus to bring people in, whether it be for games or different special events along the way. So I look forward to visiting with you and your many pastors out there, because that's important to me. It's important to me that we connect with this community, and it starts with the people in the schools, the churches, the people every day in and day out that are living in this community need to be connected. So I'm asking you to connect me, and I appreciate you asking that question.
Anyone else?
Welcome, Scott. In your vision, do you see the possibility of any USF athletic teams playing any Syracuse athletic teams?
Well, absolutely, yeah. We'll meet them in the NCAA postseason. Yeah, I can tell you that. So there you go, John.
Yeah. Right.
Hi, Scott. Larry Bassani, proud Down. Welcome to the Hilltop. We're
Thanks, Larry.
glad to have you here. I have a question for you in reference to how you plan to reach the next generation of Dons. What sorts of programs do you look to implement to get our athletes and our community out there and increase our presence so that the kids that are growing up now, the 6 to 10, 12-year-olds that are starting to consider, that are really starting to hone their athletic skills and starting to look at potential schools, what can you do to really increase their influence and their desire to want to come here? I mean, I think that if you look at what we have here, we are a diamond in the rough. We do have we have the tools here. We have an incredible set of coaches here. Coach Walters, Coach Az, they come to mind right away. We can build something here where I believe that we can restore this to national prominence. But what is your plan to build the groundswell here locally?
Yeah, I think it's a very good question, and thank you. I think you first start with what I've mentioned here a couple times today is our student athletes are already in the community working with many young people in and around at the playgrounds, at the schools, in the churches. So you keep those things going, and then you find opportunities to have those students and young people come. I know every one of our coaches has camps. I know that we'll be putting together programs through marketing for kids clubs. We'll have youth tickets. We'll do all kinds of things that we can enhance the opportunities for young people in our community to come to the games. I know this, that my time in selling tickets and marketing a minor league franchise, an NFL franchise, and 2 Division I franchises, that getting youth involved as a part of what you're trying to do really, really enhances your support base. Because I know that looking at these 3 right here, that whatever they want to do, mom and dad are usually going with them. And so that starts there. And I look forward to working with our coaches to find out what kind of programs they already have in place. Really, marketing ourselves as an opportunity for people to come for family-style entertainment. This is a great place with great values. We need to promote it. And we need to promote it to the families in our community, because they're the ones that make up our community. It's the people that every day have kids going to school, every weekend have people going to church. Bringing them here to this campus, we're going to promote it, and we're going to find ways for them to connect. So it's an important part of what we're going to be doing here.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us today. We're going to have a little reception afterward. You can continue the conversation with Scott, meet his family. Scott, thank you very much. We're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Charlie. All right.